Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Explicitly Unbiased. My name is Caleb. Gerardo is in the waiting room. We got a lot of stuff to go over on this Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to all of you. We got Kansas City Chiefs moving out of Kansas City, Missouri. Are they moving to Kansas? They get a new deal. The Chicago Bears, obviously, also in the hunt for a new stadium. Could they be moving to Indiana? Very interesting stuff. We obviously have our week 16 recap from Thursday Night Football through all the Saturday, Sunday, and Monday games. And then got our picks. Then college football, a notable college football head coach rejected maybe one of the top jobs on the market to stay home. We're going to talk about that. And obviously, the college football playoffs are underway. We're going to go over what happened in round one. And we'll talk about what happened in round two. Going to be a nice, easy day. And we're going to get right into it. Let's go. Like I said, Gerardo was in the rating room. Gerardo, how are you?
Well, if I was any better, I wouldn't be a Kansas City Chief fan this year.
No? Why is that? Is it the two ACL tears to quarterbacks? Oh, I guess Gardner Minshew didn't actually tear his ACL. He's just out for the rest of the year with an ACL injury. But we alluded to it earlier, Gerardo. The Kansas City Chiefs are moving out of Missouri to Kansas.
Yep. I mean, it's just been the probably worst year for Kansas City for a very long time. Like even predating Alex Smith era, because not only is your star quarterback having a serious injury that you do not know how he recovers back from. Travis Kelce decided like it was going to happen. We all kind of saw it, but he was going to drop off and it was not going to happen anymore. Funny enough, he leads all NFL in votes for the Pro Bowl somehow.
Fan votes, all the Swifties, that was going to happen.
Yeah. But not only that, Chris Jones has been a notable a-hole this whole season and probably been a big reason why they are kind of screwed over in cap financially too. They are in a very bad space for cap reasons. Did not like their trade deadline move at all. And on top of that, their defense was a big reason why they were even in the Super Bowl the last 2 years is completely gone. Like completely just sucks this year.
And now they're leaving.
Yep. And their owner, and it's straight up going to happen. They straight up said the owner had made that announcement that in 2031, so in 6 years from now.
Listen, I mean, I can read the statement from the Kansas governor.
There we go.
The Kansas governor, Laura Kelly, in a Monday press conference today, we are announcing an agreement to bring our beloved Kansas City Chiefs right here to Kansas. To the rest of the nation, I say take heed. Kansas is not a flyover state. We are a touchdown state. The state of Kansas, and this is what the Chiefs said, the state of Kansas came to us and told us about their big dream. It's a state-of-the-art stadium, a world-class training facility, a new team headquarters, and a vibrant mixed-use development. It's a public-private ownership whose primary beneficiaries are the citizens of the greater Kansas City area. It's a big dream, and today is a major step in making that a reality. The Chiefs have been playing in Arrowhead since 1972. It's a little bittersweet in the fact that you are leaving all that tradition and legacy of the complex and what Lamar Hunt brought to Kansas City so many years ago. To see a pro sports franchise come to Kansas, I think it's a pretty historic day for all the residents in Kansas and the Kansas City metro area. As far as the Jackson County leaders in Missouri, they are pretty disappointed. I have spoken. This is what Kansas City mayor said in a press conference earlier today. I also have spoken this afternoon with Governor Mike Kehoe and Jackson County Executive Phil Lavoda concerning both the Chiefs and the Royals. While the teams are tenants of Jackson County, Kansas City government has worked hard along with the state of Missouri and the new county administrative team to put before the Chiefs a compelling offer of more than $1.5 billion in public support for the Chiefs to remain at Arrowhead Stadium. One city, or one county cannot outmatch the competing offers from a state in modern professional sports, and our collaboration with the Missouri partners has been essential. Although our conversations with the team extended to recently as of last week, we understand our very fair but very responsible financial offer of taxpayer support was surpassed thus far by an even more robust public financing package in Kansas. We are professionals and understand the Chiefs have a business to run and today made a business decision. We wish them well as they pursue their legislative and administrative steps ahead in Kansas, but remain committed to ensuring Arrowhead Stadium, Missouri, Jackson County, and Kansas City remain an option should the deal not conclude. In the event a new Kansas-based facility is built, we will wish them great success in their new suburban home. So
they pretty much said, hey, they gave us more money, and you guys have been not years and years of not helping us out get a new stadium, rejuvenate, or help renovate anything in this building. And somebody finally is going to show me love. And all the years I've won Super Bowls here, none of y'all decided to help. And now you want to help now that another chick is hollering at me. Like this is what this is essentially like, who's going to pay the most money to give me a brand new stadium so that way the city can host a Super Bowl, give me updated facilities for my players so that way I ain't got to pay it. It's just owners being cheap. That's all it is. It's just, hey, I'm the hottest piece of ass on the market. Who's going to pay the most for me?
Well, if you are interested in like the distance between their new location and their old location, it is about a half an hour drive. So fans, I don't think you're going to really care about this one.
No, I mean, it's one. The only thing that really like sucks is like Kansas. What they have no other professional sports there
in Kansas. No.
Yeah,
I mean they have the racetrack, but
so that means the Kansas City Royals are going to be the only because then you still have the St. Louis Cardinals there. So technically and the Blues, right? You guys have the Blues in hockey.
Team. Kansas doesn't have one.
Yeah. So that means you're essentially removing a team and giving like another.
They got the Jayhawks.
Yeah, it's just one random place there, cool. But I mean, like I said, it's just we're the hottest piece of ass on the market. We're very much, playing the field and seeing who's going to give us the most money. Somebody is going to give us a lot of money to update all this stuff. And ultimately, I do think how it will play out, I think it's literally a bluff. I do think like, hey, we're going to straight up just go here. I don't care what y'all say. And then I think they're trying to see if Kansas City matches that offer and they'll stay in Kansas City.
So you don't think Arrowhead just has seen the time is not ticking?
I mean, it's 6 years from now, dude. Like that's so one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like they are not going to be able to break ground that fast on a new stadium. Like that would have to straight up say we are moving tonight. And then I would believe it that they'll be like, oh, we're going to be ready by 2031.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what they're projected that they're going to leave in 2031. And so, then that's when I would believe it. But right now they're like exploring options. Like, come on now. Because what if they're exploring options all the way to the end of the city contract in 31? What, you're just going to play at Jayhawk Stadium or wherever the Kansas Jayhawks or Kansas State plays in? Like, no professional. You would not want that. Unless you're really hoping that at that point, Patrick Mahomes is no longer a part of your franchise. Andy Reid has been gone, and you're like in this straight up new era of mediocrity they'll be in 6 years from now. Like it is a long time from now, but at the same time, people don't understand how much needs to go into city planning wise into building a stadium. Because one, you're not just building a stadium, you're gonna have to build hotels around the area. You're gonna have to build bars. You're gonna have to build you're gonna do
your entertainment center. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do all that. You're gonna have to create a whole new district in Kansas. Like that's
they have like the bare bones of it. Like if you ever watch a NASCAR race out in Kansas, they show like what's going on in the background. There's stuff. It's not a lot, but there's stuff there. And I think what their idea is to build it in that area. I'm trying to find more on what exactly is the deal with this one.
It's also weird that this came almost low key out of nowhere. We have not heard about this all year long,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden the dude's like, "Yeah, we're moving." Like, F it, my star quarterback's knees
So
gone.
I think it's actually more finalized than we're giving it credit for, Gerardo.
There we go.
Based on state estimations, the project is slated to deliver more than 20,000 jobs and more than $4.4 billion in economic impact for Kansas during the construction phase alone. It includes two distinct parts: a $3 billion stadium, which will start open at the start of the 2031 season, and a new Chiefs headquarters and training facility in the city of Olathe in Johnson County. Both sites will have mixed-use developments that include sports, entertainment, dining, shopping, office, hotel, and residential properties. The agreement was approved today by the Kansas Legislative Coordinating Council with bipartisan support. It will be a public-private partnership between the Chiefs and the state, and it will require no funds from the current state budget and no new taxes on Kansas. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Not yet, not immediately.
This agreement to bring the Chiefs to Kansas State is a New Hope. This project will be financed through a public-private partnership, 60% public, 40% private. This public portion is funded through the sales tax and revenue bonds, also known as STAR bonds, and the Attracting Professional Sports to Kansas Fund. They have a fund to bring teams to Kansas.
I'm gonna tell you this. Like, at the end of the day, what all this shit means is just like, one, you're buying the stock way too high right now. Like, in 6 years from now, is Patrick Mahomes gonna be a part of this fucking team? Like, or is he gonna even be the same Patrick Mahomes? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of, like, outside of Patrick Mahomes, there's not a lot of future assets that's on this team right now, including their head coach. Like, what about this team outside of, if Rice doesn't wreck his vehicle, like, what about this team is future proof? You know, Caleb?
I like Trent McDuffie, but
yeah. So you have a quarterback and possibly a wide receiver and a cornerback that you're hoping that are there within 6 years. There's no way that Andy Reid is on this squad in 6 years from now.
No.
There's no way that Karlaftis is going to be a part of this team, and he's not even like that big of a notable piece. Chris Jones is going to be gone. What's his name? Travis Swift is going to be gone within this year. Andy Reid won't be a part, and you just don't know what type of Patrick Mahomes you're going to get. Like, you're clearly buying stock way too high, and it's going to be unbelievably dirt cheap when they show up. Like, one, they didn't win any of the titles in that town. So it's like, you're not, I don't know. Like, I think they bought this stock way too high. And it's an offer that the Kansas City family, the ownership is not going to pass
Lamar
this
Hunt
up.
and the Hunt family.
Yeah, they're not going to pass this up. They're not. We're the hottest thing on the market right now, and our future kind of looks like shit, to be quite honest with you. And good for them. It sounds like they solved their salary cap issue.
Do you want to talk about another team that's having a little bit of stadium troubles?
Yeah, which is also a very hot team right now.
Yeah, so there's a team on the come up. The Chicago Bears. It sounds like they could maybe be moving to Northwest Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. Let's go to Gary, Indiana.
There's no real news on it yet, but the Chicago Bears say that they are willing to explore a move to Northwest Indiana. The football team has been planning a new stadium in Arlington Heights, Illinois, but in a letter to fans Wednesday, Bears president and CEO Kevin warns that the team hasn't been getting the help it wants from the Illinois legislature, aka they want you, the Chicago Bears fan, to pay some moolah.
Yeah,
now it wants to expand its search to other locations. Indiana State Representative Earl Harris Jr. has been long pushing for a major sports team to move to Northwest Indiana and recently authored a law that created a commission to help attract one, much like the one we just talked about with Kansas City. He says that there are a few potential sites. There's something called in Gary called the Hard Rock Casino. The convention center, which will be going up near Hard Rock, there's also space there. He said that there may be some lakefront space available, some that could be potentially closer to the Bears' current home at Soldier Field than at Arlington Heights Stadium. Harris notes that the Northwest Indiana has easy access to highways, South Shore Line, and the Gary-Chicago Airport. So people that live in Chicago, people that live in Illinois, they're thinking about, this is another state. It's really not that far away.
Pat McAfee show explained it. Technically, they're new. If they were to be in any of the stadiums in Indiana, or would be closer to Chicago than the one being built in Illinois.
They also said that they'd be totally willing to keep the Chicago Bears name even if they move out of the state because they cited the reference of the New York Giants, the New York Jets play in New Jersey.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, I think between these two relocations, one, Kansas City's already relocated. They were the Dallas Chiefs first before they were Kansas City. I believe they were in Texas first. Well, they were called the Texas,
but
before any of our times. But for Chicago to lose a franchise, I think that is historic. Like that is like even if they keep the name, for it to be moved to Indiana, like that's insane to me. Like I would have, like you're talking about like a pivotal, like one of the founding NFL teams, I believe so.
In the first Super Bowl.
Yep. Yeah, like literally, like hell, Chicago's had two teams since then.
Oh, are we talking about the Bears or the Chiefs?
Bears. The Bears were
the Chiefs were in the first Super Bowl. The Bears, they won in 1985. I don't know if they won another, but
the first Super Bowl doesn't count as the NFL starting.
Right.
So
then we're talking about NFL championships.
Yeah. And I think the Bears are one of the founding teams in the
they
NFL
started
history.
playing like 1908 or something.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's the more damning thing. Like if they move, I'll be shocked. Kansas City moving, big whoop. Like this team has already moved before in its lifetime. Like that's not historic to me. So good for the Bears. I mean, but it's also like any type of Chicago. Like in all honesty, Jerry Reinsdorf has pissed away the Bulls and the Chicago White Sox. Same
the
thing.
The Blackhawks are in desperate need for good PR after the whole Glenville sexual assault stuff.
Bro, it's every Chicago team, like even relatively, like only the Cubs are the only thing keeping that like city alive.
And the Cubs kind of suck.
Yeah. Like most of the like, dude, you're talking about what, the third largest city in America?
I think it's like it's definitely in the top 5 markets as far as,
Yeah, it's I think it's the number 3 biggest market because not only on population but also just like sports media in general too. And it's like it's just funny how low key mediocre most Chicago sports has been for a very long time. Outside of the Cubs winning the World Series in 16, like the Bulls haven't been jack shit since
the Blackhawks had a little bit of a dynasty in the early 10s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that and the Bulls when they had Derrick Rose before his knee gave out. I mean, the Bears were decent with Jay Cutler. Technically, they were a game away from the Super Bowl.
They went to an NFC Championship game. I think in 2010 they lost to the Packers.
Yeah, BJ Raji pick 6 out of all players. But no, I think since the mid 2010s, I think all of Chicago has been mediocre at best. For like LA has won a Super Bowl since then. Like that's insane. And I thought forever that that would never happen. And I just think that it's an NFL staple franchise and Chicago's being what Chicago does best, being cheap, to be quite honest with you, because that's like most of its sports management out there.
I have a story on Chicago cheapness if you want it.
Go ahead.
So spring 2024, my spring break, I fly out to Phoenix, Arizona to do some spring training, have some fun. And, out there in Phoenix, the spring training, all the NL West Coast teams kind of hang out down there, NLAL teams, and they do their Cactus League and whatnot. So there's a story. There's one of the towns. I don't think it's Tempe. I think there's one of the other surrounding little towns in Phoenix. The Cubs play there, or they played there, and they want a new stadium. The city was like, nope, the one you have now is fine. Like it was within like the last 15 years, like solid. And the Cubs were pissing and moaning, oh, well, no, we want a new stadium. We want a new stadium. We want a new stadium. And they were so cheap about it. They're not cheap, but they were such bitches about it. They wanted taxpayers to pay for it, the whole 9 yards. That they go ahead and move uptown, and the MLB is like, well, shit, we have this totally fine stadium. Hey, Athletics, you want a new stadium? And the Athletics just take it. But yeah, there's a story about Chicago Cubs cheapness.
I mean, it's just in general. Like Jerry Reinsdorf has pissed away the Bulls and the White Sox in his lifetime. But I don't know. I just think it's funny how big of a franchise Chicago is as a whole and how mediocre they have been for since probably 2014.
Yeah. But, all right. Let's get into our recap for the week, shall we?
All righty.
Let's start with Thursday Night Football. The Rams, they traveled to Seattle to take on the Rams. And game of the year, ? Seattle wins 38-37. Matthew Stafford, 29 of 49, 457 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kyron Williams, 70 yards on the ground. Blake Corum, 48 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Puka Nacua, 12 for 225 and 2 touchdowns. Terrace Ferguson, 3 for 33 and a touchdown. As far as the other side of the ball, Sam Darnold, 22 of 34, 270, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Ken Walker, 11 carries, 100 yards and a touchdown. Charbonnet, 32 yards and a touchdown as well. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 catches, 96 yards and a touchdown. AJ Barner, 4 for 49 and a touchdown. This game obviously went to overtime. The Rams score on their drive. Seattle goes right back down after mounting 16 points in the fourth quarter to tie it up. And they score a touchdown, and they opt to go for the 2-point conversion. And what do? They get it. Seattle wins 38-37. Your thoughts?
This will also be the first time in NFL history that a team that did not score the first touchdown won in overtime. And shout out to the ballsiness of that play calling. One, that was excellent play calling, too. There's a YouTuber that broke down how it was always going to be open and how they perfectly schemed it up. And for Sam Darnold to 100%, he got the monkey off his back. He played against a notable opponent. It was an NFC, it was literally for first place in the NFC and for the NFC West. And for him to do it against a team that embarrassed him this year already. And his fourth quarter doesn't get talked about most. I think it was over 140 some yards in the fourth quarter alone. And the fact that he willed his team to win this game. And you see it on the stat line too. Those 200 and some odd yards didn't come from JSN. It was very much, he loves to spread the ball around. And outside of JSN.
Ken Walker got 64 yards out of the backfield. AJ Barner got 49 yards. Cooper Kupp got 39. And Charbonnet got 22.
He's very much spread the wealth kind of guy. And I just think it was phenomenal play calling by them. And you couldn't ask for a better play calling on that. And for the Rams, you still got to feel good about yourself. You still do. I mean, it was, you did everything you could, and you were like, oh, Sam Darnold has to beat us. And, well, Sam Darnold beat y'all. And, I mean, I would still take, I think to me, the Rams are still my NFC favorite to win, but the Seattle Seahawks are my favorite team to watch. That's how I would
agree that Seattle is, I like watching them a lot more than the Rams, but I'd still think the Rams the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, you play that 6 to 7 times out of 10, the Rams are winning. Neutral site. But Seattle having home field advantage,
that's a big problem.
That is a huge problem, and also potentially getting a bye as well too.
Rest up.
Yeah, exactly. And because you would rather have the other teams beat up on each other, and then they come to Seattle, fuck that. That would suck.
All right, now we go to Saturday. I know, Gerardo, you are a big fan of Saturday games.
I fucking hate Saturday games. It's like a quarterback leading your team in rushing. fucking dumb.
The first game is the Eagles and the Commanders. No Jaden Daniels the rest of the year. He's out. Eagles win 29-18. Hurts 22 of 30, 185, 2 scores. Saquon Barkley 21 carries, 132 yards, and 1 touchdown. Kind of the usage that we've wanted to see out of him all year. AJ Brown, 9 for 95. Devontae Smith, 6 for 42 and a touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 3 for 32 and a touchdown. As for Washington, no offense really to speak of. Marcus Mariota, 7 for 14, 95 yards. Josh Johnson, 5 for 9, 43 yards and a pick. Chris Rodriguez, 15 carries, 63 yards and a touchdown. Corey Krosky Merritt, a.k.a. Bill Merritt, 8 carries, 25 yards and a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 3 for 53. Debo, 3 for 35. And, Eagles win.
It's the first time in 21 years that the NFC East has had a back-to-back winner in the division. And I was too busy watching documentaries on Netflix to even know this game was on.
Yeah, you had to text me to realize it was on.
I was like, Caleb, there's an NFL game on right now? You're like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm not watching this. Like,
well, this game sucked.
It did. It was pretty bad. And also
the Cowboys sucked too much to take advantage.
Yep.
And the Eagles win the NFC East.
Yep.
Kind of what happens. As for Washington, injury-riddled year. Nobody cares.
Injury-riddled sophomore season, also bad free agency signing too. Like Debo Samuel did not really.
Just pack it up. We'll be back next year. We move on. Let's talk about the other Saturday game. Did you get to catch this one?
Which one was this one?
This was the Packers and the Bears.
Oh, I caught the tail end of this one. It was kind of boring in the beginning. I went back to my docs.
But you missed in the fourth quarter. This thing really heated up.
Yeah.
Chicago wins 22-16 in overtime. Malik Willis 9 for 11, 121 and 1. Jordan Love 8 for 13, 77 yards. He obviously left the game. Malik Willis took over and played pretty damn well. Emmanuel Wilson was the leading rusher, 14 carries, 82 yards. But Caleb Williams, your boy, 19 of 34, 250 and 2 touchdowns.
He's showing the elite level arm strength and talent this year. I think this is back-to-back games where I have seen him make a throw where I'm like, there's only about 2 other quarterbacks in this league who can do those things.
Yeah, especially was it the touchdown to
last week?
He threw, maybe it was last week where he threw a touchdown there. I was like, holy crap, how did that guy catch that?
Yep. It was the game last week where I saw him make a throw and I said only Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes could do that. That's the level of arm strength he has.
But DJ Moore comes on, has a great day. 5 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
No burden, no Odenze, no problem.
They traded that guy away, guys, for Bryce Young. Just letting y'all know. Just the 2 guys that help win that team right now and turn the Bears around the most. That's what Bryce Young cost y'all. It cost y'all Caleb Williams and DJ Moore.
Have a great day.
Yeah, exactly. They would trade that back in a heartbeat.
The Bears obviously take the lead comfortably in the NFC North. The Packers are 9-5-1. No real update on what's to come with Jordan Love, but they host the Ravens this week and they go to Minnesota. So definitely not out of the question that they can catch up with the Bears going to the Niners and hosting the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So this race is very much not over.
Oh no, it's not at all.
So very good indeed. We are moving right along here. Now we're going to go to Buffalo and Cleveland, where the Bills escape with a 23-20 win. Josh Allen, 12 for 19, 130, no touchdowns, no picks. James Cook, 16 carries, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Without him, I don't know if they win this game. Shadur Sanders, 20 of 29, 157, touchdown, 2 picks. He was also the leading rusher because Quinshon Judkins broke his leg. And Harold Fannin Jr. with the receiving touchdown. But this game was very much a dogfight, slog. It looked like the Bills could maybe just cough up the division of the Patriots right then and there. But they hold on. They get the win by 3. The Browns defense is obviously sick.
Only at home.
Are you concerned for Buffalo at all? Just
Yeah, no receiver
how they
still.
rebounded, how they went from having the monster comeback in New England to like really just in a dogfight with the Browns.
I think the Buffalo Bills. I talk about the receivers ad nauseum, how they do not have even a good top tier 2 guy on their team. It's also very much like they're the team that's been wanting to get to the playoffs since the season started. They really don't care about the regular season. Like, I think they very much are like, I don't care how we win games, let's get to the postseason, and then we're being for real. I think they've played with their food all year long. I think they have not had a very good killer mentality this whole season at all, and I fully believe that they just been playing with their food all year long. But granted, the Browns at home with that defense is actually insane. Like that's one of the toughest teams to play at home, like on the road at the Browns. But if you get them away, they suck. Like it's like literal night and day. But I just think that the Bills have been playing with their food all year long, and they're waiting for the postseason very badly.
Yeah,
like they just want to. They just want to play meaningful football games. They just think right now the regular season's just a waste of their time.
Mm. Yeah, but I think that's something that could catch up to them if they get the wrong opponent, somebody that they kind of sleep on. I mean, God forbid they play the Steelers if they win the division and they're like, oh,
what's so funny?
We'll cakewalk them.
I will never suggest this. I think the Patriots should lose out and let the Bills play the Texans round 1. And y'all play the Steelers. I think that would be way
if the Texans
smarter.
Win the division somehow, some way. We'll get to their competition here in a little bit. But if the Texans win the division and Buffalo has to go there,
yeah, it's kind of like after next week, if I was the Patriots, I'm like, I really don't want to play Texans week 1. Like I would, and remember that Josh Allen has yet to win in Houston in his career. Has yet to win in Houston.
Really?
0-4. 0-4.
Including a playoff loss.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was like his second year. But
yep.
Yeah, could get interesting. But Buffalo kind of on thin ice right now.
Shout out to the Browns, though, for having a relatively nice future ahead. I think Shedeur Sanders is he's number 2, obviously, on the depth chart now. He's shown a better offense than Dylan Gabriel. Also, what a stud at Harold Fannin Jr., too, at tight end. Unbelievable fantasy wire pickup for myself. He's been an absolute stud. And I don't know what Javen Njoku's contract is looking like at the end of the season. I do not know if he's going to be a free agent, but they definitely can get some draft capital.
If only there was a way that I could look at that.
Because remember, I talked about that he should have been traded this in the trade deadline. I think he should have been a notable target because with the amount of Harold Fannin targets he was getting.
I think that if I'm reading this correctly, he'll be a free agent this year.
So I think they should have just traded him because now he walks for free. Could have gotten an asset for it.
It's the business we live in.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, I think the Browns' future is relatively bright, and you're almost out of the woodwork with Watson's contract. So,
and then you gotta find the coach because I like Stefanski. I don't think he's the guy for the future for them.
Did Myles Garrett break his sack record this game, or no?
If he
only needed one more. He only needed one more sack. So if he
Myles Garrett sack record,
because he's one away.
He fell short.
Yep. Okay. So he's still just 1 sack away and 2 more.
I think he got a half sack, so he's half sack away.
Okay. Yeah. So he's tied for all-time record.
Tampa at Carolina. First of 2 matchups for these two. Listen, man, I told you Carolina's frisky. Don't sleep on them. What do? They go ahead and they win 23-20 against Baker's Bucks. Baker 18-26, 145 touchdown and a pick. Bucky Irving 71 yards. Mike Evans 5 for 31 and a touchdown. Bryce Young 21-32, 191, 2 touchdowns. Efficient day for him. No run game to speak of. Rico Dowdle 29 yards. Chuba Hubbard 27 yards. But Ted McMillan 6 for 73 and a touchdown. Panthers improved to 8-7. Buccaneers fall to 7-8.
I still don't trust either one of these teams. And if
No,
I'm
I
going to
don't
trust
trust them. I
somebody,
don't trust them to win the first round at all.
no. As both of these teams are low key a waste of time unless it's the Bucks, and the Bucks are the only one I trust because of Baker Mayfield.
I mean, he's playing hurt.
And he has been for a hot minute. He has
Probably,
been hurt.
I think the game right after the New England game, his shoulder's been busted.
Yep. So, and good for Panthers. I mean, you're winning a lot of games to do what? Go like 8-9, 9-8.
Win your division just like you did in 2014.
Yeah, just like big whoop. Like I'm not. This team doesn't scare nobody. You also don't have a franchise quarterback still. Like you're just moving further and further away from fixing that problem.
Hey, if the opportunity is there to go win your division, it doesn't happen often. Go do it.
That's true. It's just like I don't know, long term wise. Like, what are you like? Nobody can sit here and tell me that that's a franchise quarterback. There's no way. Like that Bryce Young is one
Panthers
step.
fans will surely tell you.
That would be my guess. That's one step above Tua at this point. Like it's not much. Like, and I mean, Tua career wise is better than him anyways. So, but go for the Panthers. Win the division, get bounced out of the first round, probably by like the Rams or 49ers.
Whatever team is the wild card of that one.
Yeah, whatever NFC West team is in the number 1 seed is who you get bounced by. Tough
scenes indeed. As far as the Buccaneers, not a good loss for them. They needed that.
Yeah,
they needed that win. But are you on the vibe with me that like the Buccaneers kind of need a rebuild? Not a rebuild, maybe, but like
retool. I would say retool.
I think get younger.
It's you do have Emeka
Egbuka.
But like what's his name? Mike Evans gone. Like that was also a significant drop off. He struggled to get 1,000 yards at the last game of last year. This year, gone, not happening. Chris Godwin hasn't been the same since his knee injury. And it kind of looked like he was playing at half speed. Their run game is just like a 3-headed monster, which means there's no run game really. Like it's kind of just Bucky Irving.
Not a good 3-man.
Yeah,
I mean Bucky Irving's pretty good, and then you got 2 complementary pieces.
Yeah, and then
they all play relatively the same out with their characters.
Like it's very much like because of the chance of winning the divisions there, you're obviously not going to sit Baker
and the defense is kind of soft.
And which they haven't fixed that since the Brady era there. So, but I just do think that Baker Mayfield is the big reason why this team wins any sort of games, and him playing at 40% or 50%, it's clearly like a significant injury, because you can completely tell by the play style. You went from MVP to like, dang, this dude needs to go. And he's tough, so he's not really going to sit out. But I think, if, like you said, retool it, and you could be a 9-win, 10-win team next year. It just comes down to Baker Mayfield's health.
Okay, 1 Kansas City at Tennessee. Anybody who watched this game is entitled to financial compensation. As I always say for these suck games, the Tennessee Titans beat the Chiefs 26-9. Gardner Minshew 3 for 815 yards, busts his knee, out for the year. Chris Olajuwon 11 for 16, 111 yards. Isaiah Pacheco was the leading rusher with 34 yards.
Jesus.
Cam Ward 21, 28, 228 with 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard 102 yards. Tyjae Spears, 52 yards and a touchdown as well. Alec Manor, 3 catches for 58 yards. Titans win. They're out of the first overall pick right now. And the Chiefs suck, 6-9.
I'd say this is a good confidence booster game for Cam Ward, because, I mean, technically this is a team that went to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. Like, they still have players on this squad. Most of the squad is still those Super Bowl caliber players on there. So I'd say it's a good confident boosting game, but also you're just playing yourself out of bad draft capital. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of winning meaningless games, but at the same time, a quarterback wearing number 19 for the Chiefs was playing. So it is what it is. But The only thing I gotta say about this game is Jeffrey Simmons is a dog still. Dude's like low key my favorite player.
Trade that guy.
You'd get a good haul for him. I think that dude's sick. I love that dude. It's one of my favorite. One of my favorite players.
But yeah, kind of a ho hum kind of game. The Chiefs are done, cooked, out, forever banished. Not forever banished, but you know what I mean. And the Titans, I mean, look, at this point in the season, you're trying to get Cam Ward some confidence. You're trying to get him in some rhythm, see what you got, and then you try to pair him with a coach that can really maximize his potential. Okay, Chargers at Dallas. Where is it? There it is. 34-17. The Chargers win. Justin Herbert, 23-29, 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Amari Hampton, 85 yards in the score as well. Justin Herbert with a score on the ground as well. Quentin Johnston. Remember all those Brazilians who were a big fan of him?
Yep.
He comes back, and he's crazy. 4 for 104 and 1. Dak Prescott, 21-30, 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. No run game to speak of. Javonte Williams with 34 yards. George Pickens, 7 for 130 and 1. But yeah, Dallas falls 6-8-1. They're done, cooked. The playoffs for good. The Chargers are 11-4.
Yeah, good win for and you see the MVP level play of Herbert, even with that messed up hand of his on his non-throwing hand. Also looks like how amazing he is when he has actually a good receiver on his team. Like I would say this, Lab McConkey is a consistent number 2, above average 3. If you got this dude a true number 1 receiver, Herbert would be on fire in this league. He would damn near be unstoppable. And for the Dallas Cowboys, if you don't franchise tag George Pickens, he's probably going to be the number 1 sought after free agent this year. I think
you got to keep that guy.
He is the number 1 free agent, I think, this year. If you don't franchise tag him, I think, like, God forbid the Buffalo Bills or the Chargers get a guy like that.
New England Patriots.
Like, he's, I think, to me, the number 1 franchise. And the sad part is he overplaying because he knows it's a contract year, which is wide receivers love to do that. But I think he's the number 1 free agent, and he's been an absolute stud this year. Absolute stud. Top 5 wide receiver this year for his career.
For the Chargers, they go to they host the Texans, and they go to the Broncos to close the year. AFC West is still very much in play with the Broncos losing. We'll get to that in a little bit. Do you think the Chargers can hang?
I'm not too confident in them. Like, they're very much playing to what they are. Like, I think they're an 11 to 12 win team. Like 10 games is probably their low mark. They have the talent. They have the coaching. It's just a matter of, like, outside of, like, what Derwin James is probably a guy I trust defensively for them. But, like, offensively, like, they have no weapons. They, like, none at all. They have no true run game. They don't really have a tight end.
I think Hampton's coming along.
Yeah, but I mean, like, not a dude like I can trust. Like, oh, the Falcons have, Robinson.
Yeah.
Like, the Bills, even if they have no wide receivers, they still have Cook. Like, it's where if Justin Herbert has to make, like, he's dealing with, like, a really his core around him is not that good. Granted, it's better than some other teams in the playoffs, like the Patriots, but, like, it's still, like, when you have an elite quarterback, you need to pair him. You need to give him somebody who is a good to great Pro Bowl level wide receiver on their team. And I just think it's a missed opportunity for the Chargers. They didn't sought after one in trades, or that they have yet to really truly develop Johnson. But I also think he's kind of capped out on who he was. I think he was just bona fide Kevin White from West Virginia, if you remember him.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. 44-11. Let's talk about the Bengals and Dolphins. Quinn Ewers' NFL debut. Did you know that?
Hell yeah.
Joe Burrow, 25-32, 309, 4 touchdowns. Chase Brown, 66 yards and a touchdown. Samaje Perine, 25 yards and a touchdown. Jamar Chase, 9 for 109. T. Higgins, 3 for 53 and a touchdown. Chase Brown with 2 receiving touchdowns. Kind of a big day for him. Shout out to you if you played him in your fantasy playoff matchup. You might have won. The Bengals win 45-21. Quinn Ewers in his NFL debut, 20-30, 260, 2 picks. Devon Achane, 15 carries, 81 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Wright, 35 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 5 for 72. Good day for him. But yeah, Dolphins fall to 6-9. Bengals improved to 5-10.
I mean, is Joe Burrow think this is fun yet?
No.
Yeah.
5-10.
Only two.
I'm still playing.
The two big things about this: one, you have two quarterbacks from the same draft class that are probably the big talking points about this. One, the Dolphins somehow came out and said that they were going to offer multiple first-round picks to trade up to get Joe Burrow. Which very much different conversation.
Shout out Brian Flores for knowing the truth.
Yep. And for now that, what was it? Joe Burrow. I mean, like, listen, I've seen this movie before. Are we going to talk about Carson Palmer, how he said, oh, this inept franchise does nothing to help me. All they do is sign all these weapons for me, and I can't pass them the ball because I'm too busy getting beat up. My health is a major concern. The longer I'm healthy, the longer our chances are winning Super Bowls, believe it or not. And they keep thinking, nah, man, we just surround you with these crazy weapons and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about blocking.
I don't want to say that Joe Burrow is totally innocent in that because he pounded the table for them to give T. Higgins that contract.
Yeah, I mean, dude just wants to get his dudes paid. Like, that's what it really come down to. And it's, like I said, I'm just watching the Bengals all over again. Like, yeah, they had TJ Houshmandzadeh and Chad Ochocinco. They had Terrell Owens and, like, Chad Ochocinco. They had AJ Green, Mohamed Sanu. Remember when they had the other dude from Pitt, Tyler Boyd? Like, I've seen this movie before every single time, and the results are the exact same every single time. You don't do nothing for that offensive line. And even when you had an offensive line, you didn't really have a wide receiver. I mean, you didn't have a quarterback in Andy Dalton. And as for the Dolphins, I told you this before we started the podcast. I think that's the worst.
I was talking about a Madden franchise. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is the worst team to be a general manager for. You're in salary cap hell. You're in your premier, probably best player on your whole team in Tyreek Hill is laughing at you as a franchise. He's probably getting cut at the end of the season. You've openly said you're just damn near cutting Tua at this point. And all of that is salary cap hell. I don't know. And you're winning too many games to get any type of draft asset. You have a big question mark at quarterback because Quinn Ewers was a 7th round pick?
Something like that.
6th or 7th round pick, meaning you have no true evaluation on the dude.
7th round.
There we go. Like, you really don't truly, granted, that's very low for what I believe Quinn Ewers
231st overall.
And you have a former 2nd overall pick on that team, Zach Wilson, which I would have actually liked to see.
We've been saying that all season long that they should give Zach Wilson a look.
And listen, all these former Jet quarterbacks, kind of reinvigorating themselves. It's funny how they go from one property franchise to one that treats them right, and they're like pretty dang good. I also think like Zach Wilson under like Mike McDaniel's type of offense would kind of be sick. But especially with those two burners at wide receiver too. Like, Tua just straight up hates Jalen Waddle this year. I have no idea why, but he just straight up does. He would rather throw the ball to
Didn't they play in college together?
Yes, and he would rather throw the ball to a former addict than Jalen Waddle. Like, this is where we at a point with this franchise. But I mean, they're in salary cap hell. I mean, the only like positive move they made was to get rid of what was it? The corner,
Jalen Ramsey
for Mika Fitzpatrick. Like, I think they were on the positive end on that side. But at the same time, like, you have no future here. You have Devon Achane, which is a running back, big whoop. You have Waddle, and then you have salary cap hell all around. And you've completely lost the locker room with this head coach. Like, that has been very well known that nobody respects him in that locker room, like, straight up. So unless you're going to get rid of every bad dud on that team, and then just say, Quentin Ewers is my dude, and just go like with that. The only thing that Mike McDaniels has as leverage is I didn't draft Tua. That's the only leverage he has to ownership. I didn't draft him.
And it seems to have worked because the reports say that he's back.
So there we go.
He's back. Tua is out.
So which Miami ownership needs to go look at what they did with the Brian Flores situation. Like, mind you, this is also the dude who said they should have gotten Justin Herbert over Tua.
He even told him he wanted Mac Jones instead of Tua.
Yes. Which, I mean, listen, name me every successful left-handed quarterback.
Steve
in the end. Thank you. All righty. There we go. But I think it's the worst situation to be in right now as a general manager. Like, it's unless you're getting Tyreek Hill back on board, and even so, you do not know how that speed is going to recover back from that injury. You really don't. And outside of that, like Devon Achane, and defensively too, what do you even have? Like what? Chubb? Remember that draft they traded for him?
Todd Robinson.
They got rid of Jalen Phillips.
Minka.
And he's on the damn near in his 30s at this point, right? So solid player. I like him a lot, but
he is 29. Ooh.
There we go. There you go. Wheels are about to fall off. And mind you, too, look at all the offseason moves that also hurt them the most. They got rid of Calais Campbell, a true leader in the locker room. Holland, who was a really good safety for them, is now playing for the Giants.
Oh man, I wanted Javon Holland in New England so freaking bad.
He was a really good player for them. And like I said, I just think that's the worst situation and then one of the worst off seasons and worst seasons in general because you're winning games that don't matter. You weren't in the playoff contention no matter what. And now you have no quarterback. You're in salary cap hell, and your best player is laughing at you the whole way.
Would you encourage me to go to the Patriots-Dolphins game, week 18?
No.
Haven't gone to a game
because you would be so pissed if they lost. That's why. There's no win-win in that situation. Oh wow, you beat the Dolphins. Like, okay, but what is this? They win the game, but they got to play the Texans like right out the gate for the playoffs.
I hope the Texans are playing in primetime, so I don't have to think about it.
So I don't know. Like I said,
do the Jags play the Texans week 18?
I think they've already played twice, right?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because I think it's the Colts. I think it's the Colts and the Titans. I don't know.
Colts and Texans, yep. Boo.
Who's playing the Colts and Texans last?
Colts and Texans, that's the game.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's my Miami rant. I think it's the worst team to be a general manager for.
Probably right. Let's talk about Minnesota and the Giants. 52-45. So, did you meditate this week, Gerardo?
I sure as shit did not. I promised you that. No, hell no. I'm done with meditation? That scrub. No. Sharon Moore needs to meditate. I'll tell you that.
You didn't have an alter ego? You didn't...
I'm Gerardo all the time, believe it or not. That ego sticks around no matter what.
There's no G instead of Gerardo. There's no...
No, funny enough, I only tell people to call me G if they don't know how to say Gerardo. Believe it or not.
Geraldo.
Big pet peeve of mine. Huge pet peeve of mine.
You know, my pet peeve is when people spell Kaleb with a C.
Do you tell them beforehand it's Kaleb with a K?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. I introduce myself as Kaleb with a K. Yeah.
That's understandable. Because when I say my name is Gerardo, like, I'm okay with you doing my DEAUX. I'm okay with that because I say Gerardo, but like, there's no L. But no.
You don't want to be Gerardo?
No, I'm fine.
Who's not fine is JJ McCarthy.
No, not in the head anymore.
Vikings. He kind of had a shitty day. 9 for 14, 108, a pick. He also had a rushing touchdown, but he seems to have like one rushing touchdown a game on some like little scamper. But he was not good passing the ball today. QBR 38.3, passer rating of 58. Buns. Yeah, he also gets hurt. And you see the video of the trainer touching his hand. He's like, "Oh my god!" It's like when a toddler is showing you its bug bite, And like
that was to me the most damning thing, actually. I think him physically showing that he was that hurt. I think, like, dude, I don't care.
Justin Herbert is playing with a goddamn broken hand.
Like, bro, get the Toradol shot and shut up. Like, or do that somewhere where we can't see that. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, showing whatever, I don't care if it's the best pain. I don't care if that was like a damn near a gunshot wound in your hand. Like, you do not show that on the field because all 31 other teams, guess what they finna do? I'm going to headhunt that hand. Yeah, thank you.
He's a bitch. Yeah.
I mean, he was already one before this, Caleb. I mean, that wasn't a shock. Now it's just actual evidence that he has no pain management, which, especially from a quarterback, you do not want.
Listen, say what you will about Jimmy Garoppolo getting hurt all the time. That guy was tough.
Hey,
he would just get the
you could be injured. You could be injured, but you could be injury prone, but a tough person. You can be.
This guy's not tough.
Yeah, that dude's not tough at all.
Just gross. Then Max Brosmer goes in there. Not a bad day. 7 for 9, 52 yards.
Yep. I mean, he couldn't have any worse than he did before.
Golf clap, everybody. Golf clap for my boy Max Brosmer. UNH legend. Aaron Jones Sr., 21 carries, 85 yards. Guy was a stud. Justin Jefferson, 6 for 85. Oh, wow. Max Brosmer gets Justin Jefferson the ball.
Yeah, they just straight like, is just JJ just straight up just hate JJ? Like, is that just the narrative I'm going to just go with for the rest of my life? Because it seems that it's so.
Dude, like, you don't pay Justin Jefferson $35 million a year to get Jordan Addison open. Like, or Jalen Naylor, who had 2 touchdowns today? God. 2 touchdowns?
No, because
I guess he didn't have any. Maybe that was last week. That might have been last week. I apologize. As for the Giants, no offense to be found.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, 7 for 13, 33 yards and a pick. Tyrone Tracy, yes, I said 33 yards. Tyrone Tracy, 16 carries, 71 yards. Wan'Dale Robinson was the leading receiver with 19 yards. Giants suck. No real need to talk about it.
I mean, it just goes.
Defense hasn't allowed a passing touchdown in 6 consecutive games.
Hell yeah.
Brian Flores, you are getting a head coaching job.
He should. He should be the Giants' head coach.
Literally anywhere. But I want to kind of talk about the Vikings quarterback situation a little bit. And not in the sense of, is J.J. McCarthy worth hanging on to? We both think no. Mm-hmm. What do you kind of see as like potential options to get out? If we're assuming that, like, okay, 8.5 games of J.J. McCarthy, this thing sucks. Let's move on.
Yeah, like if Kevin O'Connell wants to save his job.
Yeah. Do you like making a big swing at Kyler Murray? Do you like trying to trade for Mac Jones? Like, is there anybody out there that you're kind of like, let's take a look? There's also one name that I want to throw out there, but I want to see if you get to there first.
If he's playing for his job, that means he's kind of like, I can't do a project, really.
Kyler Murray would kind of be a rehabilitation project.
Yeah,
Mac Jones showed good stuff, but how much can you really rely on him?
Mac Jones would be probably the safest. Like if you couldn't get, it would be. I mean, you could damn near say Jacoby Brissett would probably be a good fit for them over there.
I don't think that's enough.
But the sad part is, if you want to play it safe, he's consistent. At least out of all the guys we mentioned, everybody's a project. There's no.
I have a guy who's not a project.
That's a consistent dude that'd be willing to go over there.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
He would be so washed at that point.
No, he's not washed right now. He's playing well.
Yeah, but there always happens. It always happens. There's always the season where.
No, not with this guy. Not with Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's
with all those weapons. He still has such an amazing arm. Bring in Aaron Rodgers. Like he should have this year.
Yes, one that should have been the thing. It should have
he hasn't fallen off. You watch him; his arm is still there. The Steelers' offense just doesn't have enough pieces to help.
They just have no offensive line.
That's who. The Vikings invested heavily in their offensive line. They're banged up. Next year, they're going to be healthy. Assumingly.
The thing is just like,
tell me you don't love it.
Of course I do, as a meme, sure. But like Aaron Rodgers is like, I think that he's not playing. He doesn't want to play after this season. I
think
really
he
don't
wants to play. I think he just doesn't think he's going to have an opportunity.
Yeah, I think one, it's because I always worry. Like I do think this is Aaron Rodgers' last good season. I think that you're just not going to get a starting quarterback after it. He's not going to be a starting level quarterback after this season. It always happens, and I just have a strange feeling that it's going to be it. Like for the Vikings, your best bet, I hate to say this, like if you're talking about guys that are just, it's either going to be Mac Jones or Jacoby Brissett that's going to save this dude's life.
You don't think Kyler Murray has a shot in hell?
Fuck to the no. First of all, the dude wants to play video games more than he wants to play football. The dude is the only thing he's been consistent about is getting injured as well too. Like, and is he on the market? He is the most physically talented quarterback. If you're talking about running, passing, throwing, every aspect of it as a quarterback, sure. But mentally, unbelievably weak. Unbelievably weak. The dude probably has he probably likes getting injured so he can keep playing video games. Like that's the type of dude. He looks forward to PTO and maximizes his PTO. That's what he does. And the big one that I really want to happen, but I straight up will probably not happen because it's too big of a risk. And essentially you are trying to, it's going to be a hard sell, but granted, your general manager put you in this bad predicament with JJ. It's Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's a big one. I think that's way too risky.
It is the biggest risk, but I think it's also like he's second to Kyler Murray in arm talent. Like
if you're going into next year, and I think it's the most likely scenario, whether it's right or wrong, we can. We're not going to argue about it because we're on the same page. But I think the most likely scenario is that the Vikings are going to give JJ next year. Not give him next year, but they're going to go into the offseason with him still on the roster, with him still planning on being the QB1. Yeah. But you're bringing in competition. And that competition is former Jet quarterback Zach Wilson, just like you did with Sam Darnold his rookie year. JJ's rookie year. So I think that could work in the Zach Wilson scenario. But if you're saying, fuck JJ, we're out, you cannot go with Zach Wilson.
No.
I think if you're going to bring in competition, I think you can do that.
Yes. But also, this is what you can't do if you're the Vikings. You cannot bring Mac Jones or Jacoby Brissett and have a quarterback competition with JJ because he will lose.
I think Jacoby, you can have a competition because he's a little older. I don't think you do it with Mac. I think if you're going to go trade for Mac, you're going to start him because the Niners still have him under contract. Like you're trading for Mac Jones.
Yeah.
You're going to sign Jacoby Brissett. You're going to sign Zach Wilson off the street.
Yeah. I just think it's.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I mean, I think it should be Zach Wilson. I just think that arm talent wise, I think he's just he just got screwed over in the Jets. And I think Kevin O'Connell.
If that thing goes bad, Kevin O'Connell's not seeing the end of the year.
I mean, he's not going to see the end of the year anyway with JJ. I think that's just straight up like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's either he's going to offload a quarterback he never wanted in the first place to get Mac Jones, or he is just stuck with this and he's like, fuck. If I'm stuck with a project, I might as well get a project I want. And because I think the problem is if he trades for Kyler Murray, I think that's both one, that's you're trading away assets. That means you have to be pounding the table for it.
You're digging a hole.
Yes. I think that's the worst scenario because one, that means you've announced you've given up on JJ, meaning he has no reason to be on that team no more.
Yeah. He'd probably be moved for like a Josh Rosen 5th, 6th, 7th round pick.
And then after that, you're now trading assets to get Kyler Murray. So that means that better work. That better get you 10 wins, like minimum. And
I think it could if he's got his head on right.
But if it blows up in his face, he's old. He's super screwed, because you can't go backwards. You can't go into where I think that I think there is a world where you can trade for Mac Jones and still keep JJ as an insurance policy. I just think Mac Jones is going to beat him out.
And it depends on what you're giving up for Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to give up more for Kyler Murray, I think, in that spot.
You're giving up a first rounder.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, because the ultimate thing,
I think you're giving up multiple day 2 picks. I don't think you're going to give up a first rounder. I think Mac Jones is one day 2 pick,
and a
day 2 and a day 3.
Yeah, and I just think that there's no other quarterbacks on the market.
Mac Jones is the safest investment that they could make.
Yeah, and it should be the one they should make. To be quite honest with you, I think it would work phenomenally well with that offense.
Or you believe in me, and Aaron Rodgers still has another year left in him.
I mean, yeah, like it would be the old. Like it all depends on how the Steelers end up. If the Steelers end up losing a close game in the playoffs, I will be on your side on that. If the Steelers get
well,
yeah, I mean, no, not even if Rodgers plays well. If they have an opportunity, like it would take Rodgers to have a decent game. Doesn't have to be great. And if he has a great game and loses, he probably is going to be like, I got it left in the tank. I can do this one more time. I'm just not doing it with the fucking Steelers. But yeah, I think that would be the best case scenario for them. But I think they're screwed too. The Vikings in general. I think is you put yourself in a rock and a hard place by letting go of Sam Darnold, the guy that everybody in the locker room loved.
Good luck finding another Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Okay. Jets and the Saints.
After really that long segment, you want me to see how quick I can get through this one?
Yeah. 29-6, Saints beat the Jets. Tyler Shuck, 32 of 49, 308, and a touchdown. Is he good? Brady Cook, 22 of 35, 188, and a pick. Breece Hall, 54 yards on the ground. Taysom Hill was the Saints' leading rusher. Does that count as our quarterback leading rusher thing? Chris Olave puts up a Megatron stat line, 10 for 148 and 2. Saints win.
The notable thing from all this that I'm going to say and move on is that the Jets have 2 more games. And if they do not record an interception, it'll be one of the first teams in NFL history to have no interceptions for the whole year.
They don't have a pick at all this year?
They do not.
Drake May, I swear to fucking God. if you give them one this week.
Yep. They have no interceptions for the year. So yeah.
Don't do it, Drake. Don't do it.
That's all I got to say about the Jets.
Do you think Tyler Shuck's good?
No.
Not at all?
No. It's you know how I feel. It's either do I think I have a franchise quarterback or I don't. I don't like in the middle bullshit. It's just like no, like he's such a placeholder. He is just a.
Is he good enough that you can punt on it this offseason because there's not really one in the draft and there's not going to be one in free agency?
Listen, know what you know and know what you don't know. I know that Tyler Shuck is decent, but what would they be picking at, right? Because they're winning too many games, so they're probably top 10 now at this point.
Yeah, call it like anywhere between 9 and 13.
Yeah, there's no quarterback in this draft class. I don't think like that.
So keep him.
You have to. Like you're still.
You don't have to. You could throw him to the sea and bring in Mac Jones if you really wanted.
No, I mean it's a throwaway season. Like it's like the freest season of all time. I'm also a little bit surprised they didn't stick with Spencer Rattler longer. I just don't see. Yeah, but so does Shuck. Like I just really think that it's the same.
I think Shuck is halfway decent. I think watching him this year, I think he can play at an NFL level. Rattler can't. Rattler sucks.
Rattler has all the arm strength and talent and everything. He's just a literal idiot. Which
I like
is
Shuck a lot more.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think that he's decent enough, but I've not seen any elite level traits out of him.
No. I think he's quietly mobile, but that's about it. Jags in Denver. This is a big one, Gerardo.
It sure is.
This is huge. 34-20. The Jaguars beat the Broncos in Denver. Trevor Lawrence, 23-36, 279, and 3 touchdowns. He also had a rushing touchdown. Travis Etienne, 50 yards on the ground. Parker Washington was the Jaguars' leading receiver, 6 for 145 and 1. Bretton Strange with a touchdown. Etienne with a touchdown as well. Bo Nix, 28 of 47, 352, touchdown and a pick. RJ Harvey, 50 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Cortland Sutton, 6 for 86 and a touchdown. RJ Harvey, 4 for 71 through the air. Broncos lose by double digits. The Jaguars 11-4. The AFC playoff race is absolutely insane right now.
I believe Trevor Lawrence's last 4 games, he has 14 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
It's incredible.
He is finally looking like the guy. And I think adding the mobile game to him too, because this is back-to-back games with a rushing touchdown as well. Travis Etienne is playing like a man possessed too. He has been absolutely on fire. Shout out to the Jaguars for also signing Jacoby Myers to a 3-year contract as well too. That was very smart of them. Very smart of them to do that. I do think like when fully healthy with that offense, Brian Thomas and Jacoby Myers, you even get a Parker Washington in there once in a while, and Travis Hunter, like it's a very good wide receiver core. And also, was it Strange? Was it Braxton Strange, right?
Brenton Strange, yeah.
Brenton Strange, very good tight end for them as well too. ETN as well, and Tootin is a good 1-2 punch. This offense it's slowly becoming a top 10 offense in this league to top 5 potential.
You just need to get Brian Thomas back in the mix. See Travis Hunter, what happens when he comes back.
Brian Thomas.
Invest more.
Yeah, I think Brian Thomas, if he comes back to what he was his rookie season, like that was a top 5 wide receiver in the league last year.
He was going second, third round in a lot of fantasy drafts.
And like, shout out to Liam Cohen for figuring out like this last 3 to 4 weeks, like Trevor Lawrence has straight up played like probably one of the best players in all of football.
Making a late case for the MVP.
I
don't think he's going to get in. I think he had too slow to start.
Yeah.
But I think he could be like
this was a
4th place guy.
And I would not say this was a fluke game in the slightest either. Like I didn't think that I
think against the Jets when he put up 6 touchdowns, like, okay, it's the freaking Jets. Whatever.
Big
this is Denver in Denver.
Yes.
AFC and Denver positions on the line.
And Denver's offense was still playing relatively well. Like that, it wasn't like bad. It wasn't like Bo Nix choked this up. Like it was just straight up. Trevor Lawrence was playing. Yeah, he was just playing like a man possessed. And they're also a team that I would not want to face. They're getting very hot at the right time right now. Team I do not want to play in the playoffs.
All right, give the Jags their props. Atlanta at Arizona.
This is also kind of like a nothing burger game.
Yep, 26-19, Atlanta wins. Kirk Cousins, 21 of 35, 197, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Jacoby Brissett, 16 of 31, 203, touchdown and a pick. Michael Carter, 65 yards on the ground. Tyler Algier, 79 yards on the ground. Bijan Robinson, 76 yards. Did you know that Trevor Lawrence has more rushing touchdowns than Bijan this year?
Oh, yes, I probably do now because I have Bijan Robinson in fantasy. He's been
Bijan also, but receiving 7 for 92 and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts 757 and a touchdown. Drake London 3 for 27. Elijah Higgins 7 for 91. Michael Wilson 252 and 1. Trey Brad 4 for 27. Falcons improved to 6-9. The Cardinals fall to 3-12.
Yep, Michael Pitts is not Michael Pitts. Kyle Pitts is starting to really live up to that billing lately. He's been playing really well and showing that he possesses this type of talent. I just really think they just need a quarterback out there in Atlanta.
Yeah, Kirk's playing respectable. I think he could probably be a guy that could compete with McCarthy if the Falcons decide to cut him. And you bring in Kirk to Minnesota, and you're like, show this kid the ropes, and if you beat him out, so be it.
What would you think about if somehow the Atlanta Falcons just said, F it, and we're going to go get Kyler Murray?
That says something about Penix's knee, that like he's not coming back.
Well, I also don't believe in Penix. I think he's
no right, but I mean, that's not quite what I meant. If the Falcons do that, Penix's knee is fucked like fucked. Like he's not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't exactly it's not exactly hard to imagine given his injury history. But the Falcons with Kyler Murray could be something.
That would be like a crazy, like low key, like yes, like honestly, because you have like what Drake London, you have Pitts, and you have Kyler Murray and Bijan Robinson. Like, there's no way your offense isn't good.
That's 04 Falcons, Mike Vick. Like,
yeah, like pass action. All right, also, I'm so done with Tyler Algier. It pisses me off.
I want him on the Patriots.
He is such a freaking.
You swap Ramondre out.
Like here, this is what I'm not.
Algier in.
This is what I'm.
Henderson.
This is what I'm not understanding. This is what I'm not understanding, and I need somebody to explain this to me. I understand why the Seahawks, because both their running backs are just the same player. To be quite honest, neither one of them can catch the ball.
Yeah,
whoever can catch the ball the best should be the starter. The Falcons literally have an unbelievably talented running back. They don't play him all the time for whatever fucking reason. I don't understand it.
But the one game they don't play Algier screws me in fantasy, by the way. But lost my playoff matchup.
Like, that's the one thing I just don't understand. It's like, dude, you're just like putting Algier in there for the sake of putting him in there. It's nothing to do with better scheme wise, because he's not. He's not a better runner. He's not a better passer, and he's not a better blocker. So why is he on the field? And also, not for nothing, you're kind of opening up the scheme and letting the defense know what you're running, too. If Bijan Robinson's on the field, you can run the ball, you could pass the ball, you could do like, you know what I'm saying? Your offense is unlimited. If Tyler Algier's there, what is he doing? You're not fucking throwing him the ball. So, and I also thought that dumb drafting Bijan Robinson too was kind of like a dumb move that high, because Tyler Algier is a very much a starting running back in this league. He had
I think he's a good 1B. I think you give him somebody to compliment.
Dude had over 1,000 yards rushing when they drafted Bijan Robinson.
I think that you bring him to New England. You pair him with somebody like Henderson. Ramondre, I think, is just kind of, I don't want to say washed up, but kind of washed up. You pair him with Henderson, I think you have a real serious run game with those two.
Yeah.
A situation like that, I think Algier would be really, really successful with. And that suits him better. And then the Falcons can just lean into Robinson as they should. But
yeah, just keep your best players on the field. That makes no sense to me.
Falcons, as always, more interesting on paper than they are on the field.
They literally have been for like the last 5 years.
Raiders in Houston.
Yeah, surprisingly close
game. Yeah. A little bit of a trap game, some might call it. Houston wins 23-21. Geno Smith 16-23, 201, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Ashton Genty 24 carries, 128 yards and 1 touchdown. Everybody's saying, where the fuck was that? He also had a 60-yard receiving touchdown. Brock Bowers 5 for 33 and a touchdown. CJ Stroud 23-35, 187 and a touchdown. Jawar Jordan, wherever the hell this guy came from, 15 carries, 53 yards. Nico Collins 4 for 59. Dalton Schultz with a touchdown as well. Texans win 23-21.
I mean, if it wasn't for a Derek Stingley pick 6, they would have lost to the. This offense is still pretty bad. It's the one, like, outside of the Buffalo Bills, like, I would not be like, what, New England would host them. That's not a bad one. But like, I think they, like I said, I think I would like y'all's defense a little bit better against that offense.
Who?
Y'all, New England's defense against Houston's offense.
Yeah, but Houston's defense would eat us live.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
we would lose. We would lose that game.
Yeah, but you have a quarterback on your team. They don't. Well, they do. They just don't start him in Mills. I just, the Texans defense is like, they have played insane. Probably going to go underrated as probably the most underrated defense in NFL history. And that offense is just horrendous. Like, it's really bad.
I think actually our defense does pair up well with them because we can't stop the run and they can't run the ball.
Yeah. And also, they like to. CJ Stroud likes to force pass the ball. He for some reason, I feel like CJ Stroud just wants to do like 40 to 50 attempts a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for what reason? I have no earthly idea. Like, you don't have the pass catchers like that consistently to do so. Like, yeah, they have Nico. Yeah, they have Dalton Schultz. But like, bro, outside of that, you have a whole bunch of freaking guys who are getting cut in any other team. Like, but no, I think if their defense is the only reason why they will win a first round game in the playoffs. Outside of that, and granted, you're asking a lot for your defense. If your defense is constantly on the field, you're asking them to essentially step up each and every time they're on the field. And eventually that's going to get exposed. Especially when you get to the playoffs and you're going to have elite level quarterback play. When you're facing a Josh Allen, when you're facing an Aaron Rodgers, when you're facing a Drake May, when you're facing even a Bo Nix, you keep the defense going to keep being on that field. Guess what's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to find the weakness. Somebody's going to get tired and not want to play no more. So, but I just think it's been the tale of the Texans all year long. Elite defense, unbelievably piss poor offense.
Let's talk about Pittsburgh and Detroit. It's kind of an interesting game.
It ended interesting, that's for sure.
Steelers win 29-24. My boy Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man. 27 for 41, 266, and a touchdown. Jalen Warren, 14 carries, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kenny Gainwell was the leading receiver, 5 for 78 and 1. DK Metcalf punched a fan, got suspended 2 games. Jared Goff, 34 for 54, 364, and 3 touchdowns. No run game to speak of for the Lions. Jameson Williams, 5 for 70. Jahmyr Gibbs, 10 for 66 and a touchdown. Khalif Raymond, 4 for 62 and 1. Isaac Tesla, 4 for 52 and 1. So, do we want to talk about how this game ended?
I would say in this game,
should I paint the picture?
We had a wide receiver punch somebody.
Yep.
We had a running back score a touchdown because they thought they touched him. And with Gainwell, when he caught the ball and he ran in for a touchdown, that Alex Anzalone thought he had put him down. Mm-hmm. Then you also had offensive PI to end the game. This game was insane.
So I think this story. Well, let's start from the top. DK Metcalf. The story is that this particular fan has been harassing him since he was in Seattle.
Oh, nice.
Saying a bunch of things about his mom, calling him slurs, calling him by his legal name instead of DK. Just being a prick. And DK Metcalf says enough is enough and punches the guy.
Good for him.
Listen, I understand. These guys are human. These guys are going to have outbursts. Unfortunately, DK Metcalf is a professional NFL receiver, and the suspension is probably just.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I hate to say this. First of all, they act like they don't hear that every game. Let's be very clear. Yes, you do. You hear that every game. You're just, he was a fan I've heard all the time. Maybe learn to be a professional.
You could talk to security and get him removed.
Yeah, if you want to be a bitch-made cat.
Well, you can avoid the entire situation.
Exactly. Like literally.
This guy's been stalking him since Seattle.
Oh, my God. Like, yeah, grow up, bro. Like, you're trying to, I also think he's trying to paint himself as a victim in all this, which is kind of funny. Like, I grow up, bro. Fucking NFL players.
If this guy's been like following him around since Seattle, like he should have gotten security to remove him. I'm sorry. Like, I have no patience for drunk assholes who make a scene of themselves with the players. Yeah. Like, you're a fan, he's a player. Know your role. Enjoy the fucking game. It's like, you don't. If you're not gonna like interact with these players with a sense of respect, don't interact with them. Go sit in your fucking seat and watch like the rest of us.
Oh yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like,
so I think the fan deserved to get punched in the face. I just don't think DK Metcalf should have done it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's plenty of every fan in that stadium deserved to get punched in the face. They're Detroit Lion fans.
True,
but ultimately, it's look. You know what you signed up for. Like, let's be absolutely real. You've been a professional athlete since you've been at Ole Miss. Like, you know what comes with the territory. You know, people are going to get drunk. People are going to get belligerent. They're going to say a lot of things they don't like about you.
I think this guy crossed the line.
Oh,
In the sense of he's been doing it since he came in the league.
yeah, but that's also hearsay. I don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I need tangible proof that DK Metcalf is just not saying this, too.
I believe that there's a.
And even so, dude, like, who cares? Like, let me tell you this. You don't think Pittsburgh Steelers fans say the same thing about DK Metcalf this season? His own team, like, you know what I mean? Like, my whole point is this. Whether it's that same fan who's been doing it since he's gotten into the league or a new fan that he, like, that's there at that game, he has heard these things since he's literally caught a ball in Ole Miss. This is nothing new. Learn to be a professional and tune it out. Catch the ball. That's all you need to do. Like, there's players who have heard worse for way longer in your league. And put it this way, all DK Metcalf has shown is that a fan could get to him. Like, it's not that hard. And also, you don't think a cornerback that goes up against DK Metcalf now is just going to call him by his full legal name, like, to piss him off? Like, I just think
I
it's kind of
personally wouldn't. That guy's fucking huge, but that's why I'm
big.
not.
But at the end of the day, guess what? If it gets him kicked out of the game, I don't care. I'm wearing a helmet, bro. What are you going to do to me? Nothing.
That didn't stop Andre Johnson and fucking.
Well, that's because Cortland Finnegan decided to not buckle up his chin strap. Listen, it's like I said, I think I really personally, yeah, are fans despicable? Yes, that's what they're called, fans. It's short for fanatic. That's what it stands for. And it comes with the territory. Do I wish that every fan would act appropriately? Yeah, sure. Of course I do. But at the same time, you've been a professional athlete since Ole Miss. You know people are going to say these things. They say these things all the way up into the nosebleeds about you. And they're continually going to say these things. So be a professional and just quiet, move on. If it's really that big of a problem, do what Kaleb said and just ask for the security to remove you. Like, it's not that hard.
Not that big deal.
Literally, like, stupid is what stupid does. All DK Metcalf did was prove that he can stoop to that level. And he did.
And now he's costed his team.
I mean, not really that much. He hasn't really shown shit.
Well, who else is Aaron Rodgers going to throw the ball to?
Gainwell at this point, or any of the three tight ends on his team.
Like, he's costed his team in the last two games and down the stretch.
I think Pittsburgh Steelers had the two worst offseason when it comes to wide receivers, who they traded for and who they let go. It was stupid. I think outside of the JJ McCarthy narrative, I think Pittsburgh getting rid of Pickens was so effing dumb. So fucking dumb.
Ready to talk about Sunday Night Football?
Yeah.
The New England Patriots head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. This game is scary. TreVeyon Henderson gets a concussion. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry could not be stopped. That was right up until John Harbaugh decided to stop him and took him out for the last 13 minutes of the game. The Ravens were up 20. I think it was 24-13 heading into the fourth quarter. Yep. New England proceeds to have a game-winning drive. Drake May did two things that he hadn't done in the league this year. In the league ever. He threw for 300 yards. He threw for 380 yards. And he also had a game-winning drive. Comeback. Fourth quarter comeback. At that, Patriots win 28-24. Lamar Jackson gets hurt at the end of the first half. He doesn't come back. 7 for 10, 101. Snoop Huntley comes in there. He's more than serviceable. 9 for 10, 65 yards. Derrick Henry, 18 carries, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns, Gerardo. And he did not see the field after the last touchdown drive in the fourth quarter. Zay Flowers, 7 catches for 84 yards. Mark Andrews, 2 for 21. Derrick Henry lost the fumbles, and Zay Flowers lost a fumble. Zay Flowers' fumble lost them the game. But Drake May, 31 for 44, 380, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Ramondre Stevenson, 8 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 9 for 138. Kyle Williams with a touchdown on a beautiful deep ball. Did you see that thing?
Nice.
Oh, that's what the jeans are made of. Hunter Henry, 6 for 35, and a touchdown as well. Patriots win 28-24. They improved to 12-3. The Ravens fall to 7-8. Where do you want to start?
I thinking that, I mean, Drake May has proved himself that he's an elite quarterback. That's what he did. This was a game that you have not seen from him, literally, ever.
380 yards.
Yep, over 300 yards and a game-winning drive. I think that was kind of
comeback. Double digits.
Yep. Outside of that, the other narrative that I'm going to go with is that Harbaugh is probably going to get fired, be out of coaching for a year, and probably coach the Raiders in 2 years' time. And him and his brother are going to be in the same division.
That'd be kind of sick.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think Ravens organization is going to put all their chips in Lamar Jackson basket and realize that that's going to fail. Ever since Lamar came into this league, the narrative that does not get talked about the most is that Harbaugh's timeline and his injury timeline have never once matched up in the career, ever. One says he's going to be out for too long, comes back sooner. One says he's going to come back sooner. The other one says he's going to be out for longer. They have never been in sync, and I fully think that they don't like each other at all. And Lamar winning an MVP twice, right? Yep. Like, I feel like has gone to his head. I also think that Harbaugh's just done. I
think his message is gross stale. It happens.
Yeah. He's just like, hey man, I've been here for so long. I already won a Super Bowl already, bro. I don't give a shit. Like he just needs a new challenge.
New change scenery.
He's just stuck in the same bullshit over and over again. And I think he was just like, I lost this game, big whoop. I have a Super Bowl. Who cares? Like, so I do think that's what's going to happen. That I do think he is going to be fired, or they're going to part ways. They're going to part ways this offseason.
I think Harbaugh's earned the right to not get fired, get the part ways treatment.
Mm-hmm. And part ways, and then because remember, if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, he would have already been fired.
Mm-hmm.
The year with that last season with Joe Flacco, and they're going to part ways. He's going to be out of coaching for a year. We need to kind of be away from him, and then realize we're going to be in conversation after he does TV for a while, and he's going to be like, you know what? He's a pretty damn good coach, And then next thing you know, the Raiders fucking thing is all gone to shit with Pete Carroll already in like halfway through season 2 of him, and they're going to probably fire him and bench Geno Smith. It is what's going to happen. And next thing you know, it's going to be like, what if both Harbaughs were in the same division? And it's going to happen.
Will the Raiders win more than 4 games?
No, fuck no. No. I do think I truly think that's what's going to happen.
As for the Patriots, 12-3, tied for the top record in the AFC. All the Broncos got to do is lose one more game, and the Patriots remaining schedule at Jets versus Dolphins.
And my prediction has come through. I am now a genius.
Patriots win 12 games. Very good.
The
worst they can do is your prediction.
Literally. And then shit, I didn't expect them to be number 1 overall. But I mean, like, listen, different paragraph. Was the same paragraph, different font, baby. Patriots back on top, playing absolutely well. And
I think the defense is worrisome.
It is, because it's still the concern that I have.
Stop the run.
The concern I still have is no superstar defensively. Like, there's no dude that I think with a C on his chest that I would fully trust like that.
I like Gonzo. I think he's the only one that you're looking at. Like, he is going to be a main staple of the score. Milton Williams, we paid him a ton of money. We know he's going to be around. He's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Barmore kind of in and off the injury report. Our linebackers are slow. They're slow white guys. Yeah. Jack Gibbons, Robert Spillane. I know Spillane's hurt. Those linebackers are not athletic enough. They're not fast enough. They can't make the plays necessary. I think that's the number one need in the draft this year. You got to go get younger, more athletic at linebacker, just like Bill Belichick did in 2012. Do you know who he drafted?
Well, it wasn't Dante Hightower at that point. No,
Dante Hightower and Chandler Jones in the first round.
Dante was in 12?
Yeah, 2012.
Damn, and he was slow as a dirtbag too.
But he was kind of athletic. He was sneaky athletic.
He was sneaky athletic, but you also had like a freaking stiff board and branded spikes.
Yeah, so, we don't need branded spikes. But you get in your nice edge rusher, which they need. and you go get that middle linebacker who's just gonna patrol that middle of the field. Nothing's coming over. Running backs got to
You know
fear for their
what? Talk
freaking
to the
life.
Raiders. Go get Patrick Queen and go get Max Crosby and call it a day. You get both of them.
I do that, but I kind of want to develop one.
You get both of them. They're really great players on a really shitty team. And screw it. Why don't we just throw in Isaiah Palomao back there too, number 20? He's a stud. You get unheralded type of dude back there.
So my perspective on the Patriots hasn't changed. I think they're at best a divisional round knockout, but this team's playing with house money. They are way ahead of schedule. They look really good offensively. Mm-hmm. Defensively, obviously, still some holes to fill, but nobody had them winning 12 games. I don't care which quarterbacks they faced. Oh, they played fucking. People want to talk about Bryce Young's good, but they beat Bryce Young, so Bryce Young's bad. They got Brady Quinn and Quinn Ewers to end the year. Whatever. Did they beat Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor? I can't remember. They beat Jackson Dart, who's a rookie. I don't care.
Listen, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that other teams don't know how to evaluate the most important position.
This team won 12 games.
At the end of the day, it is what it is.
And nobody's pretending that they're going to go make a Super Bowl run.
Listen, I just said they're going to win 12 games. What they do after that is on them. I don't know.
And Patriots fans should be happy, even if it's a wild card divisional round exit. Like making the playoffs was a big ask in January when we hired Mike Vrabel. This was a win of the year, no matter how it ends. You found out that you have an elite quarterback, and you found out that you have an elite head coach, and you have an offensive coordinator who's going to stick around.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. You have the core for a potential Super Bowl run in the coming years. So
now it's just surrounding them with good pieces. That's a wrap.
All right, Monday Night Football. San Francisco 49ers at the Indianapolis Colts. This game was kind of a barn burner. 48-27, the Niners win. Brock Purdy, 25 of 34, 295, 5 touchdowns and a pick. Christian McCaffrey, 21 carries, 117 yards. He also had 29 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. George Kittle, 7 for 115, 1. Jawan Jennings, 5 for 71 and 1. DeMarcus Robinson, 2 for 23 and 1. Phil Rivers, 23 of 35, 277, 2 touchdowns and a pick 6 to ice the game in classic Phil Rivers fashion. Jonathan Taylor, 16 carries, 46 yards and a touchdown. Alec Pierce, 4 for 86 and 2. 49ers win. They control their own destiny. If they win out, they will be the number 1 overall seed in the NFC. The Colts 8-7. Their road to the playoffs is extremely difficult.
Yeah, no running game for John. You stop the running game, you stop this team.
But we've been on it for a little while. Yeah,
yep, pretty much said that. And Jonathan Taylor can't score 3 touchdowns. You win the game. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised how good Phillip Rivers has looked. I think despite his age, and despite that he's a literal grandpa, that he's
been out of the league for 5 years.
Yes. The dude has actually looked legit. Like, he looks like a better starting quarterback than J.J. McCarthy. Let's just really set that in. As of right now, within 2 games, I'll tell you what quarterbacks he looks better than. He looks better than Kirk Cousins. He looks better than J.J. He looks better than any Dolphins quarterback. He looks better than Bryce Young as well, too. Looks better than any Jets quarterback, any Saints quarterback. Also, at times, better than C.J. Stroud. Better than any Raiders quarterback this year. Who else?
The Jets.
Yeah, every player on the Jets. He looks better than every player on the Jets.
Tua.
Any player on the Miami Dolphins. I said that one.
Did we get him all?
Yeah, because what's the other NFC?
Jacoby's had good games. I won't throw the Cardinals.
Yeah, no, he actually, Jacoby Brissett actually played legit. Like, he's not better than any team in the NFC.
The Browns.
Yep, he's better than any Browns quarterback this year. He's better than
the Bengals backup when what's his name was hurt.
He's better than Cam Ward.
Ooh, I don't know. Cam Ward's had some flashes.
He has played better than I think that's about almost every team.
You got them all.
Yeah.
How about Brock Purdy 5 touchdowns?
I mean, listen, if he doesn't throw 5 touchdowns, Mac Jones will. All right, like that. Like let's be real. That dude is playing for his life every game. Like, seriously. He's just lucky. He's just been on a tear. He's only lost one game as a starter so far. So he's at the end of the day, I think the 49ers are very much happy who is that quarterback. They have a very good quarterback problem.
Yeah. And they're going to get some good compensation from Mac Jones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it will be an actual duel next year, too, despite what people say.
No, I think Mac Jones is going to be out. I think he's going to be traded.
Yes, he should be. He should be. It all depends if Brock Purdy throws like 3 interceptions and
if he craps his pants. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's that game. All right, let's do our picks this week. It's gonna be a long podcast. Because we haven't even gotten college football yet. Last week, with our picks, I win 11-7. Shout out to me.
Hell yeah.
My first win since week 12. Against the spread, I was 10.5 for 16. You were 5.5 for 16. So aiming to finish strong here, Gerardo.
Damn right. I'll try.
So let's start with the Christmas games, shall we?
Jingle bells, baby.
Dallas at Washington. Dallas minus 6.5.
Give me Dallas to win, Washington to keep it close.
Give me Dallas both ways. This Washington team is kaput. Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit minus 6.
Detroit to win, Minnesota to cover.
I'll take Detroit both ways. If 9 is playing, Detroit's going to kill him. Denver at Kansas City. Ugh. Denver minus 12.5.
Oh, God damn, that's a lot.
I'm taking Denver both ways.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Denver both ways. They have no... It's literally, if there's no Patrick Mahomes, this team sucks ass, so yeah.
The Saturday game. Houston at LAC. Wildcard rematch. This time in LA. Chargers minus 2.5.
Give me Texans both ways.
Yep. Me too. Baltimore, Green Bay. Don't know about Lamar. Don't know about Jordan Love.
Oh, great.
Green Bay minus 2.5.
Yeah, give me Green Bay both ways.
Yeah, Green Bay's got something to play for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Ravens do too, but Arizona at Cincinnati. Cincinnati minus 7.
Give me Cincinnati.
You said Cincinnati to win, Arizona to cover?
Yes.
Okay. Lagged out there for a second. Good thing we're back. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Pittsburgh minus 3.5.
Pittsburgh. Is it at Cleveland or at Pittsburgh?
At Cleveland.
Give me Cleveland both ways.
Me too. I was just typing it. Kind of in sync here, Gerardo. New Orleans at Tennessee. New Orleans minus 2.5.
Oh God, I fucking don't care about this game. Give me Tennessee both ways.
There we go. There's the split. Jacksonville at Indianapolis. Jacksonville minus 6.5.
Jacksonville to win, Indy to cover.
I'll take Jacksonville both ways.
I wouldn't be surprised if Indy wins this game, by the way.
I don't know. Jaguars kind of own them. It's kind of one of those weird rivalries. Tampa Bay at Miami. Battle for Florida. Tampa minus 5.5. Queen Ewers is still playing, so Tampa both ways.
Yeah, Tampa both ways.
If they were playing Zach Wilson, I might consider it. Patriots at the Jets. Patriots minus 13.5.
Patriots to win. Jets to... Oh, I don't even know. Jets have been so ass. Patriots
don't pull people out. Just to cover.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. Patriots win. Jets.
And Drake May will give them an interception because
I told you that stat?
Yeah. That's because that's just a Drake May thing to do. He's such a generous guy.
God bless him.
Seattle at Carolina. Seattle minus 7.5.
Seattle to win, Carolina to cover.
I'm with you.
Wait, where's it at?
It's in Carolina.
Okay, yeah. It was in Seattle. I think this may be a potential Panthers get blown out game. They win a game and lose a game. They're very inconsistent.
This game should be on primetime. This next one. The Giants at the Raiders. Raiders minus 1.5.
Yeah, give me Raiders to win. I can't even say the Giants cover. But
I'm taking the Giants both ways.
Raiders. Yeah, Raiders both ways on this one.
All right. Philly at Buffalo. Patriots Nation is the biggest Eagles fans around this week. They're also the biggest Kansas City fans this week, but that's not happening. Buffalo minus 1.5.
Buffalo both ways.
Yep. Eagles team's too sluggish. I wouldn't be shocked if the Eagles win, honestly, but I just think you take the bet at quarterback. Bears at Niners. Sunday Night Football. It's going to be something. Niners minus 3.
Give me Bears both ways.
Give me the Niners both ways. I just think they're a well-oiled machine right now. The Bears, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to get sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of a mixed bag. The Rams at the Falcons on Monday Night Football. Give me a score. Rams minus 7.5. I'm going 29-10. Rams.
Give me 34-17. Rams.
And there's your picks. Very good. Very good. Sorry that we don't go in depth on these picks, but we have a show to do. All right. Let's get into college football. There was a big coaching decision that went down this past week.
Oh, yeah, for y'all.
You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
So despite interest from the University of Michigan, they tried poaching my guy, my boy, Kenny Dillingham of the Arizona State Sun Devils. And after a week of teasing and after a week of flirting, you know what Kenny Dillingham says? Fuck you, we're staying in Tempe. He goes ahead and he signs a 5-year contract, gets paid $7.5 million a year, also gets $11 million for his staff pool. So he basically just used that Michigan thing to like get more money out of Tempe, and it worked. So good job for Arizona State for forking it up. Good job for Kenny Dillingham staying, getting his guys paid. And then he went to a press conference and begged literally anybody in Phoenix that could cut a $20 million check to please do it. That's how the Sun Devils can be successful. Looking at you, Phil Mickelson, and all your Saudi money. Pay it back. But yeah, Arizona State keeps their guy. Well, let's start there. Do you have any thoughts? Because I love it.
That was a good win. I mean, like he even said, it's because I'm from here. If I was from somewhere else, I would have gone to Michigan. So that's keep a guy in house. You've been unbelievably successful with him. You've been relevant because of him. And it just comes down to what you guys do at quarterback. Ultimately, for Michigan's side of things, I think they're sticking with Pogge. They're going to rock with Pogge.
Are they going to have a choice?
I mean, they don't have to. They could go sign somebody. They can go get.
Well, no, they lost the best coach on the market. Bobby Petrino has gone to the University of North Carolina to be Bill Belichick's offensive coordinator.
I fucking said that I would wherever he goes, I'm going to be a fan of it. So I'm a fucking Tar Heel fan next year.
Yeah, you're a Bill Blatt now.
Hell yeah, fucking Bobby and Bill, baby. BB, double B's in the house.
It's going to be a perfiest coaching room of all time.
Let me tell you this. If I just wanted Nico Miava to be there, if Nico would have gone there, that'd have been sick. Oh, my God.
Yeah, is Michigan winning more than 7 games next year?
Hell no.
Is everybody going to transfer?
Everybody should transfer, I think. I mean, the thing is, Pogge's probably going to keep a lot of players in-house that actually like him, like juniors, sophomores, and whatnot. I think you over-recruited guys like Underwood. Underwood doesn't need to be at Michigan. Probably shouldn't even be at Michigan. The only reason why he's there is because of that contract they gave him. But he's going to stay there for 1 year. They're going to play it out. They're going to see who's going to be the next big coordinator and whatnot and go take him. A guy that they should go after is the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. I think
That's not Minter. That's the other guy, right?
The one who was a former Boston College head coach.
Yeah, I don't think that's Minter. Packers. We just talked about this last week.
Yeah.
But Jeff Hapley.
Yeah, but he's going to get like NFL head coaching nod, so it's going to be a big ask for him to come to college. And I also don't know any ties to Michigan that they have.
The short answer is that he doesn't have any.
There we go.
He also was a defensive backs coach and co-defensive coordinator at the Ohio State.
That's all I need to hear, baby. They don't cross-pollinate them too.
And then Jesse Minter could be something good out of the Chargers, but does Michigan really want to delve back into the Harbaugh business?
No. Let's stop there. Connor Stallions might as well be the head coach there at this point. But no, I think it's just stick with Poggi. Do the smart play. This is a smart play. It is what it is. You fucked up. You did. It was already a dumb hire to begin with. Let's be very honest with each other here, everybody. Sherrone Moore should have not been the head coach of Michigan. That was a very premier program. You should have done your due diligence after the bullshit. Because this is what they should have done. They should have had the Harbaugh investigation gone down and been like, hey, we need a placeholder head coach that's willing to suck ass for a year for us here. Cool. You're fired. Now we have nothing to do with Harbaugh, and we have none of his bullshit here anymore. Let's get a whole new coaching staff. That's what they should have done entering this season. And Michigan is a very highly touted program. A lot of people would be given an arm and a leg to be coaching that program.
Not Kenny Dillingham.
Well, that's because he's from Arizona. If he was from anywhere else, he literally said he would have gone to Michigan.
Yeah, well, I'm not. That doesn't fit my narrative. That guy wants to be here.
And so,
they eliminated Jed Fish when they were talking about. Like Michigan said, we don't want Jed Fish. I'm like,
have they ever thought about that?
What you got?
Yeah, have they ever thought about maybe Jed Fish don't want you? You know, like it's. I don't know. Like I think it's just funny how, like they should have did this a year ago when they went 7-5 with Sherrone Moore the first time around and been like, all righty, let's just wash our hands of this Harbaugh bullshit. Thank you for being a placeholder head coach. You probably shouldn't even be a head coach in college football, but thank you for being here. Bring in somebody they wanted, get a brand new regime, and we would have started fresh from day one. Now we are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now have a coach who literally lost his fucking mind. Who now we're in the head coaching search in the worst time ever. And
your top options told you no.
Yeah. All your top options told you literally that. And also the other top options are like, bro, you want me to leave Alabama to go to Michigan?
You want me to leave my home?
You want me to leave Alabama for Michigan? You want me to leave a college football playoff spot for Michigan?
And you told Jed Fish to go fuck himself for no reason.
When he was like, whoa, why fuck me? Fuck you. Like, what I hit like the 50 Cent meme?
What do you say fuck me for?
Like, what me for? Oh, fuck you. Like, yeah, I think it's good job. Clap it up for Michigan. Clap it up for Michigan. And Ohio State will still lose to this team next year.
Well, no, they got the monkey off their back. We can't make that joke anymore.
That's true. Wow, 1-4, baby. 1-4 in 5 years. 1-4 in 5. New streak.
New streak.
Yeah. No,
the Gophers are beating Michigan next year.
I think a lot of teams are going to be beating Michigan next year, to be quite honest with you, Caleb.
It'll be an elite hate watch.
The sad part is, if he wins like 9 games next year,
Hoagie's getting a full-time job.
Dude, and then the sad part is he's going to go like 6-6 the next year after that. It's going to be like it's what Michigan does best. It's they're like when Rich Rod came the first time around, Rich Rod was really good first year. And he's like, well, wait till I get my recruits. I'm going to really win. And guess what happened? Fucking could not win with the guys he recruited. And then Brady Hoke comes in. Brady Hoke comes in, wins the most games with Rich Rod's guys. And he's like, wait till I bring My dude's here, and I'm really going to win. What ended up fucking happening? The dude didn't win jack shit. And then same thing happened, and then Harbaugh showed up, and he's like, wait. We got to wait a very long time until I get my guys here. Because there's this kid who's meditating, and he's going to transfer to a literal prestigious program in football where they can't lose games out there in IMG Academy, which is kind of like low-key a scam, but nobody's really talking about that. And
Off-season topic.
And then I'm going to get this dude. I'm going to make sure he doesn't pass the ball, and we're going to win games. And that's what happened. And they're going to be like, hey, but you kind of cheated. Hey, bro, I'm in the NFL right now. We ain't got to talk about old shit.
But Sharon Moore is a better man than me. I'm going to the NFL.
Exactly. You know what? The real reason why we won games is because of him. And because he invited all those OnlyFans models to our championship game in Houston. Yes, all 22 of them.
I didn't know about it.
I know nothing about that. I mean, listen, the dude is as sharp as a butter knife. I swear y'all going to be treated right. Too soon? What a moron. I'm going to kill myself. Well, it's going to be hard to do that with chopsticks, sir.
Can't slice a hoagie roll with that.
Dude, can you imagine? He's going to go, when he's in jail, like,
what are you in here for? I tried to cut myself with a butter knife.
Wow, what are you, a bitch? Dude, the funniest thing from this whole thing is him in the white getup with the prison camera of him in jail when he's like talking to people for the
arraignment.
Yes, that dude was literally in full Michigan attire 24 hours ago, and he literally looks like a fucking psychopath. Ruined his whole life. And all he had to
do. Unbiased was very mean to Michigan this year.
They were mean to themselves. The hell? The dude was married, had kids, and he decided,
well, no, I mean, we talk shit about JJ, and then we talk shit about Michigan all year, and now we're talking about shit about Michigan now.
I said they would beat Ohio State. I did say that.
And they didn't.
Well, that's not my problem. I cheered them on. Listen, we were Charger fans.
I did not cheer on Michigan.
We were Charger fans early on. That means we would.
Oh yeah, we were definitely pro Harbaugh.
See,
we're pro Jim.
Anyways, yeah, that is the dude. I couldn't have written that script for a movie.
And guess what? Now I'm even more pissed at Michigan because they tried to take my boy Kenny.
It's insane. It's insane times that I believe it the most winningest college football program in college football history.
Can't hire a damn soul.
It's somehow the pickiest bunch, and like
the pickiest bunch, and nobody wants to go there.
And they've also just won a national championship, 2 years ago? Insane. If I were to tell you, can you imagine if I would have told you that 2 years ago? Hey, by the way, this team is going to be under they cheated. This quarterback's going to suck ass. And Harbaugh's going to go to the Chargers and be their head coach. And the new head coach that they're going to get here at Michigan after winning a national test is not only going to be a habitual cheater, a OnlyFans deviant, and he's going to think about committing suicide with a butter knife.
The only thing I would believe is Harbaugh to the Chargers.
But on top of that, they landed the number 1 overall recruit
in that
class in Underwood. You would have been like, the fuck, dude, you're making all this up.
That's like a Kanye Twitter post just all over the place.
Yep. And by the way, Bobby Petrino is going to be Bill Belichick's OC. No,
that's going to be just the pervious coaching staff of all time.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I swear to God, if they want to win games, Bill Belichick's chick needs to be on that motorcycle tonight.
With Big Bob.
That first game of the season, boom. I want West Coast choppers to give him a bite. That's what I need. You need not even that. Who's the other dude? The dude who kind of looks like Hulk Hogan, and he was older, and he threw the chair. No, it's from West Coast Choppers. The meme where it's him and his son fighting.
Oh, okay. I don't know his name, but I know.
Yes, that's who needs to build Bobby Petrino a bike. No sidecar. Always.
UNC might be nice. Bobby Petrino still has that bag for play calling.
Dude, bro, for real. Look at Arkansas stats, bro. They were legit this year, and they barely lost games.
They were 0-7, but it was the closest 0-7 you've ever seen.
Dude, they're like the Giants this year, bro. The Giants are a legitimate team. But they
not this past week. They couldn't do shit for fuck. But
yeah. But nah, I'm big Unk. It's Unk City up in here. It's
We're
gonna be
gonna be
like
wearing UNC gear next year.
what was it, PD Pablo? When he like the first it's gonna feel like the first drive at UNC this year. You remember that? Where they had PD Pablo raise up, and then that first drive was insane. Michael Jordan was
Gio
shooting back.
Lopez
He
was
was
just
shooting,
driving him down. Yeah.
yeah, he was just shooting basketballs and shit like
Lawrence
that.
Taylor was doing blow off of a stripper's ass crack. Like
Literally off Bill Belichick's girlfriend. You know, Tom Brady almost donated to the to that school.
he's like, fuck that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, big Unk. We Unk now. UNC baby up in this joint. Julius
Yes.
Peppers
Get us some
gonna be
Tar
there.
Heel gear. They
Gotta be
got some
sick.
nice merch. I'll wear a Drake
Hey,
May. I'll
listen,
wear a
if you
Drake May UNC jersey.
I see, bro, it's full circle, baby,
I
full
just hate
circle.
that I have to support Bill Belichick.
That's okay. We're supporting Bobby.
Yes. He's the next heir apparent. Fuck Steve Belichick. It's Bobby's team.
Exactly. Who really runs this joint around here? Bobby does.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the college football playoff games that happened this past week. Just run down. James Madison loses to Oregon 51-34.
What a shock. Dante Moore looking like a straight up stud, though.
19-27, 313, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks.
And 1 rushing touchdown, so 5 total TDs.
That's right. Jordan Davidson, 10 for 90. Davison, excuse me. De'Aaron Hill Jr., 6 for 76 and a touchdown as well. Malik Benson, 5 for 119 and 2. Jeremiah McClellan, 6 for 83 and 1. Jamari Johnson, 1 for 41 and 1.
The only concern that I have for this team is they still don't have a run game. Oregon does. They've not had a run game all season long. But if we're talking about combine wise, like, I mean, Dante Moore is starting to look like a real stud, could potentially be the number 1 overall pick.
If he leaves.
And their tight end is pretty much a little stud too on that team too. But other than that, thank you, James Madison, for showing up. Pour one out for JMU. And that's about it.
I almost never want to see a group of 4 team in the playoff ever again. But
yeah. That includes you, Notre Dame, because you don't have a conference.
Let's just get right to the other group of 5 team, or group of 4 team. Ole Miss beats Tulane 41-10.
Hey, shout out Lane Kiffin. Got him a $250,000 bonus check on that win. That man's still winning.
Trinidad Chambliss 23-29, 282 and 1. Kwan Lacey 15 carries, 87 yards and a touchdown. Jake Retzlaff 20-35, 306, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jamari McClure 15 for 84. Shaz Preston 5 for 125.
I would say this though. JMU at least kind of hung around with Oregon.
Tulane never
like Tulane was like, first off, your head coach is absolutely correct. None of y'all can go wherever he going. Like
maybe that 5 for 125 guy. That's a stat line.
Yeah, like it was more damning to me, like the separation of talent with Tulane and like old piss. Like it was big. And I also, like I still say, like the narrative that the Tulane head coach was literally did the same thing Lane Kiffin did and said way worse things about his own program, but he was able to still coach. Like, but at the same time, he wasn't lying though, Caleb. He literally said, y'all ain't good enough to go where I'm going. Very true statement. Very true statement by that Tulane head coach. But if Ole Miss keeps playing like this, man, they're a dangerous team, man. They are a dangerous team to face in the playoffs.
Yep. Alabama and Oklahoma. Bama wins 34-24. Ty Simpson 18-29, 232 and 2. John Mateer 26-41, 307, 2 touchdowns and a pick. No run game to speak of for either team. Deion Burks 7 for 107 and 1.
Yeah, ever since John Mateer's hand injury, I've always had a little bit of concern for
they
that.
They got off to a hot start. They were up 10-0.
17 zip at one point.
17 and a half. Bama scores 10 straight in the third, and that's it.
Yep. So, but
is Mateer an NFL quarterback?
Possibly, yeah. I wouldn't. I like if you give me a day 3 pick, I wouldn't be upset about it. Like,
Be a Riley Leonard.
look, he's a little bit better than that. But I mean, Ty Simpson, stud. Their weapons are very good too. Their wide receiver core is very solid over there for Alabama.
And the last game of the first round, Miami, A&M. Johnny Manziel was hungover, didn't get to show up to this game.
And he missed college game day too.
Dude, people were ripping him bad.
And he was seen with that porn star. Remember earlier this week, Alabella Danger. What's her name is?
Oh, Johnny.
And he threw up the dub. He threw up the UW on social media. Granted, he wasn't wrong.
Hurricanes win 10-3 in the weirdest,
the fucking most boring game of all time, bro.
Until the last two drives.
The most boring game of all time. This game
Carson
sucked.
Beck 14-20, 103-1. Mark Fletcher Jr. 17 carries, 172 yards. Marcel Reed 25-39, 237, 2 picks.
Battered Aggie syndrome, baby. Battered Aggie syndrome. And by the way, true freshman cornerback or defensive back with the game-sealing interception and 2 interceptions this game.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute stud.
His name is
number 13.
Stand by. His name.
My name is what? My name is who?
They don't.
My name is
the Bryce Fitzgerald.
There we go. This Miami team a little bit frisky. Who are they playing in the next round? What are we looking?
Let's start there. Let me just write down this timestamp. 2:06:10. Okay. They're playing the Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Eve. So we'll be back before we get to talk about that. Do we want to save the preview for next time?
We can. When's the next one we'll talk? Yeah, we could do that.
Jan 1st, New Year's Eve. We're going to be back.
Sounds
so
good.
Save it. Damn it. Save it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Any bowl games you're interested in watching this year?
Absolutely not. Ever since like the playoffs happened, I could give 2 shits less about bowl games. Bowl games don't matter anymore. Like, in all honesty,
I think they matter to like schools like Minnesota. I think winning the Sun Bowl against the New Mexico,
the Pop-Tart Bowl
that Notre Dame decided to not show up to. BYU did some cool helmets for that. I'll obviously watch the Arizona State.
Oh yeah, they did the little sprinkles on top.
Yep, I watched the Arizona State versus Duke in the 20 the Tiger Bowl in El Paso against Duke. Those are really the only 2 that I'm super, super interested in watching. That I will watch, and I will be entertained. I want to see the development of Drake Lindsay in Minnesota, and I want to see if there's anybody at Arizona State that could be in the future plans.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what I'm excited for. Obviously, Kenny Dillingham's gonna stay, so that's sick. But to all you folks at home, have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas to all of you who celebrate. Happy Hanukkah. I know that's coming to a close. I hope you guys had a great time with that.
Kwanzaa.
I think it's later.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
That's all I know.
that covers the entire map of holidays there. Thank you all so much for watching and deciding to spend 2 hours with us. We'd greatly appreciate it. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share along with all your friends. We appreciate it dearly, greatly. Yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Hasta la pasta.